What's up, guys? So I've decided I'm gonna start a little bit of a YouTube channel here to go along with my fishing. A little bit about me: I fish the Phoenix Bass Boat or Bass Fishing League in Major League Fishing. I do fish that as a co-angler. Um, I fish local derbies and stuff on our local lake, which is Nolin, a couple other smaller lakes around Kentucky. Just wanted to I kind of want to start a channel, just keep up with how I do, how I grow, because my end goal obviously is I would love to make to the pro tour with MLF. I've watched MLF grow back from when they was FLW, now MLF, and I've watched Bassmaster Classics, my whole life. So fishing is something that I've always been eat up with, and I just got into tournament fishing really mostly in about the past 2 years, 3 years. I did fish in high school. My junior and senior year, I was on the bass fishing team. Didn't have a whole lot of luck. I'd never really tournament fished at that point in my life. But as I got a little older, started working, knew more people with bass boats, I'd ask them if I could go fishing with them. And they'd say, well, hey, I got a tournament Friday night. You want to go? Yeah, let's try it. And go out, and I slowly learned a few things, how to go about fishing. So I'm not claiming to be the best by far. I'm far from it. But I do think that I'm a relatively good fisherman. Especially on Nolin Lake, I know where they're at on Nolin. I might not always get them to bite, but I know where they're at. So I was just wanting to really kind of start a YouTube channel to see how far I can go with this. Like I said, I really got into tournament fishing about 2 years ago. Started off, my buddy bought a bass boat, and we decided, hey, we're pretty good on this lake. Let's go see what we can do. And we started fishing the local Friday nighters. Well, get buddied up with guys, you learn more spots on the lake, you learn how it fishes more. And one of our buddies, he ended up signing up for the MLF Phoenix Bass Fishing League last year, and we found out how to do it. And lucky enough, I was blessed enough and lucky enough that in my first tournament with MLF, I was able to cash a check. Now it wasn't a big check by any means. I cashed it, and it was I believe it paid my entry fee for that tournament, and it paid my membership fee. Might have been like $10 short on the membership, but either way, that's awesome. You can go out and pay for a whole year of fishing minus the entry fees for all your tournaments, and then you're not out any money. And then I was lucky and blessed enough in my second MLF tournament to get paired up with a guy that really put me on some fish, and I managed to get third place that tournament. It's only the second or third time that I'd been on that lake, and went up there to it, and man, I was able to just put him in the boat that day. It was just a good day on the water for me. Following that, I had a couple of rough tournaments with MLF, but I weighed fish in. I never blanked, and that is the key in these tournament formats. Like our local derbies, it don't matter. If you've got one fish, it ain't worth weighing in. Throw that thing back. But in MLF, where they run it as a point system, and you're trying to be in that top 45 to where you can qualify for the regional, it's really important to weigh any fish you can. So I managed 2 on Barron and 1 on Cherokee, and those were 2 tough tournaments. They was later in the season, so that water temp's up there, and catching them can be tough. It can, especially as a co-angler, because you're fishing behind a guy who has spent his time out there practicing, knows what they're biting, knows where they're at, and he is going to get the first cast at them. And that's just part of it. And some guys don't like that in MLF. Some of these co-anglers say, "Oh, my boater, he screwed me." Well, he might have, but I promise you, he missed some fish. So that is where I was at with it, and I was blessed enough. Again, I was blessed this past year. I didn't win a whole lot, but I won a lot of money at the same time. Like I placed high enough to win some money. And that really good finish in my second tournament on Cumberland allowed me the chance to go to the regional. And in the regional, first time there, I was on a lake in Alabama, which I would have never fished. I would have never known about this lake had it not been for fishing MLF. So that was a pretty cool experience getting down there and fishing. It was Lewis Smith Lake. The pros fish on it. It was a tough lake. I believe if I'd have stayed doing what I wanted to do from the get-go, I probably could have caught more. Matter of fact, I know I could have caught more. My boater that day, on day 2, he gave me every opportunity in the book to catch the fish that I knew were there from practice, and I just didn't capitalize on it. So that's on me. But that's where I'm at right now in MLF. I fish, like I said, as a co-angler, and we got another season. Season 2 of the MLF season is getting ready to kick off for me. And that'll be March the 11th, so we're a little over a month and a half away. Other than that, I fish now as a boater in our local derbies on Friday nights. As you can tell, I'm in a hotel room right now, and that is because I still have a full-time job that I have to go to 5 days a week, sometimes 6. But they work with me a lot on these tournaments. They help me, afford it and help me get there if something was to happen. So, and that's something that, a lot of guys, they want to go into fishing, and some of these guys that I know personally that have not made the career that they really wanted in fishing, it's because they drop everything they're doing and go straight into it. And I think I was smart enough and had the common sense to know that's not a good way to do it, because you might go all in and it might pay off for you, but there's always a chance. You want to have a backup plan. So my backup plan is the company that I'm still working for. I do my best work there and try to stay in good graces with the bosses. They do allow me some time off when I need it. The regional last year, they allowed me the time off to go down and fish it, which our tournaments are on Saturdays and Sundays, but the regional is a 3-day tournament, and it is I think it was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday deal. So make it to the regional. If you don't got time off, you're shit out of luck. And I was blessed that they gave me the time off to go out there. But like I said, I fish as a boater now. I bought myself a boat last year off of some of my tournament winnings. And I fish as a boater in our local tournaments, fish as a co in MLF. And that's probably the way it's going to be for a while. Just because I know a lot of the lakes that I fished in MLF, but I don't know them all. And I don't know them, even some of the ones I know don't know them well enough to fish as a boater. So we're going to see. Like I said, I know for sure I'm fishing as a co-angler this year. I'm fishing 2 divisions this year instead of just the 1. So that'll put me at somewhere around $1,500 in entry fees. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see what we can come up with this year, and I hope you guys will stay tuned, come along this journey with us, and check out what we got in store.